Welcome back to Aviation This Week. Today's edition is brought to you by Aviation, your aviation solutions provider. Your top story: Aireon completes Iridium NEXT deployment for aircraft surveillance. Then Transport Canada unveils drone regulations. And Air Canada invests $97.3 million in Chorus. We'll have all your aviation news right after this quick message from our sponsor. Aireon, on January 11th, completed the 8th and final payload deployment of 10 satellites for the Iridium NEXT constellation. Delivered into low Earth orbit by a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket, this brings the total number of satellites to 75, with 9 serving as on-orbit spares. Each satellite includes Aireon's ADS-B payload, as the company is now just weeks away from beginning a new era of global air traffic surveillance and aircraft tracking. Aireon notes the system is already processing more than 13 billion ADS-B messages per month, with that number expected to grow after tighter integration of the 75 satellites. The original Iridium constellation was put into low Earth orbit in the late 1990s under the primary mission of linking phone calls to any location on Earth. This $3 billion tech upgrade will be leveraged by NAV Canada and similar global air traffic management entities to redefine the routing of aircraft. Iridium NEXT satellites also include the company's new L-band broadband payload called Certus for specialized applications like safety services, remote monitoring, and the command and control of drones. Transport Canada on January 9th introduced new rules for remotely piloted aircraft systems. Scheduled to come into effect on June 1, 2019, the regulations apply to all pilots flying drones between 250 grams and 25 kilograms that are operated within the drone pilot's visual line of sight, regardless of whether the drone is flown for recreation, work, or research. The country's transportation agency still needs to set regulations regarding the use of remotely piloted systems in beyond visual line of sight applications. The regulations introduce 2 main categories of drone operation: basic and advanced, based on the distance from bystanders and airspace rules. Both sets of rules, basic and advanced, require the drone operator to register and mark the drone with its registration number, pass an online exam, and get a pilot certificate for basic or advanced operations, stay below an altitude of 122 meters, and stay away from air traffic. Pilots must be a minimum age of 14 for basic and 16 for advanced operations, unless supervised by a person having proper certificates. Chorus Aviation, parent of Jazz Aviation, reached a deal to extend the capacity purchase agreement between Jazz and Air Canada to 2035. Air Canada is also making a $97.3 million equity investment in Chorus. Chorus states it will use approximately 60% of the investment proceeds to purchase 9 additional larger gauge 76-seat CRJ-900 aircraft to modernize Jazz's fleet. 5 CRJ-900s, sourced by Air Canada, will initiate the fleet changes, with deliveries expected to begin in the first half of 2019. The extended contract also includes an enhanced pilot mobility agreement that will provide Jazz pilots with access to careers at Air Canada. This is Annex Business Media's Niche TV. Thanks again to our sponsor, Aviation, your aviation solutions provider.